Alright, so here is my review of Captain America Man and Wolf. This is one of the comics I got from MegaCon. And before I get started with this review, I want to say that to the people who keep asking when am I going to do the review of the Powerpuff Girls first IDW comic, that's going to be coming out soon because I just finished this comic last night and I just got into reading the Powerpuff Girls comic just today, and I've already gone through two issues of the trade, so expect that either later this week or sometime next week, depending on how long it takes me to finish it and how much time I have to do that. Anyway, so this comic is, in a nutshell, Captain America becomes a werewolf. Yeah. One of the weirdest stories I've ever read with any superhero, and yeah, especially doing this type of story with Captain America. Now, this is a really cool concept, don't get me wrong. The story is that Cap has gone looking for John Jameson, who has gone missing, and there's been a series of werewolf killings in upstate New York. And Steve is afraid that what has happened is that John Jameson, who at this time was the pilot for the Quinjet, for the Avengers, he's gone missing and he's become Man-Wolf again, and now he's gone killing people. So after, getting a message from Jameson, from Jonah Jameson, he goes out looking for John and teams up with Dr. Druid. And from there, Dr. Druid and Captain America discover this entire town full of werewolves, and being led by, these three villains called Moonhunter, Deadly Nightshade, and Dr. Dreadmond. Yeah. And they're basically turning everyone into werewolves to make a werewolf army so Dreadmond can become this cosmic wolf god, and from there he can make the whole world into werewolves. That is the plan in a nutshell. The story is really interesting of how Captain America's dealing with supernatural forces. He's kind of taking it in stride because he realizes that, yeah, I'm a super soldier and and one of my best friends is a god, a Norse god of mythology. I'm pretty open to whatever comes my way at this point. So the fact that he has to run into werewolves is nothing short of like, oh, okay, I have to fight werewolves. All right, I'll do that. So the story is that, yeah, here's the big thing though. Characters like Wolverine, Cable, and Werewolf by Night, they just show up. They just show up. That's the thing. Like whenever, Wolverine just shows up, Cable just shows up. And there's no reason for Wolverine doesn't really have a reason of showing up. He was just there. He just got caught up in all this. And same with Cable. Cable doesn't show up until the last issue, and they make it a big deal out of it. Like, oh, here comes Cable, and why is he here? He was looking for Feral. Because Feral left for some... Yes, things just happen. That's the thing. Like, the writer clearly wanted to throw in so many characters, but he didn't know what to do with them. And yeah. Now, I know this came out in the 90s, so yeah, Cable and Wolverine were frickin' everywhere, so that kind of makes sense. The story it's nothing more than fun. I mean, Captain America gets turned into a werewolf, and it mixes with his super soldier serum, and it's actually kind of cool. I just wish the artwork was better. The artwork's not bad, and especially, a lot of the werewolves look pretty cool, and the artwork's not bad, but for some reason, when Captain America gets turned into a werewolf, that artwork looks really shitty, and when you see the cover artwork for Cap Wolf, that's what they call... No, really, that's what they call him in here. When you see the artwork, the cover artwork is like, oh, that looks badass. But then you look at the interior artwork, and everything else looks pretty good. But then when they get to Cap Wolf, he just looks like an oversized bipedal golden retriever, really. The artwork just does not do him any justice in this comic. And the other characters are alright. It's just this character, Moonhunter. He's just designed to fight werewolves. He's got silver armor, silver bullets, silver crossbow, silver anything. And he's a pretty interesting character. He's kind of like, he actually has a hilarious line when he kicks Captain America off of his sky cycle. And he's like, when you get to heaven, tell him that he's telling him this as Cap's falling into some trees down below. He's like, yeah, when you die, when you get to heaven, tell him that he's too far. Why am I even bothering? That was probably my favorite line in the comic. This isn't bad, it's just that, it just kind of falls apart after, the first half is really cool of watching Steve fight his way through all these werewolves and whatnot, and try to discover what's going on, and just find John Jameson again. And the only person who has really any real reason to be here is alongside Captain America's Dr. Druid, because it's a... And you're probably wondering, what about Doctor Strange? Well, they just say that he was indisposed, so Captain America goes to the next best thing, which is Dr. Druid. Thus proving that Dr. Druid is a character who's just the beat... And I like Dr. Druid, don't get me wrong. But let's face it, he is Marvel's, Diet Doctor Strange. That's what he is, guys. Let's not beat around the bush. But yeah. Is this a terrible comic? No, but I feel like it just kind of loses its way after, towards the end, towards the last 2 issues. And then we have the epilogue, which is just Captain America. It's an Infinity Wars crossover where Captain America fights an evil version of himself as a werewolf as he's turning back, and that's literally it. And everything's back to normal, yay! But if you like Captain America, you like werewolves, I would suggest this. I think this is it's a pretty fun idea, but I wouldn't recommend this getting it full price. Like, if you see it at like a bookstore or something, I'd just get it at a discount or online. I'm pretty sure it's pretty cheap. I got this for like this trade for $5. That's pretty much the I pretty much got my money's worth right here in this story. So anyway, that's my review for this comic, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.